Ever wondered how different the world would be if we all had the same governing system? Picture this. We're boarding a flight, leaving our familiar surroundings, and landing in an entirely new country. The sights, the sounds, the customs, and the laws, everything's different. It's a vivid reminder that we live in a world of diverse governmental systems. Today, we're setting off on a journey to understand three unique systems: Nigeria, the USA, and the UK. Join us as we delve into the fascinating world of governmental systems, comparing Nigeria, the USA, and the UK. Before we compare, let's understand what a government system is. At its core, a government system is the machinery or vehicle through which a society is governed. It's the framework that outlines how a country is managed, decisions are made, and policies are implemented. The government system is like the operating system of a country, the software that keeps the nation running. Now, why is a government system so important? Well, it shapes the policies that impact every aspect of our lives. From the roads we drive on, to the schools we attend, the healthcare we receive, and even the taxes we pay. It's the structure that determines how resources are allocated, how laws are made and enforced, and how leaders are chosen. And it's not just about the big decisions. Think about the little things like the traffic lights that keep our roads safe, or the public parks where we enjoy our weekends. Those too are the fruits of a government system at work. But here's the thing, not all government systems are created equal. Different countries have different systems, each with its own unique characteristics and quirks. These systems evolve over time, influenced by a country's history, culture, and societal values. For instance, some countries might have a democratic system, where power is vested in the people, who exercise it directly or through elected representatives. Others might operate under a monarchy, where power is held by a single ruler or royal family. And then there are countries with hybrid systems, combining elements of various systems. These differences in government systems are what shape the policies and society of each country. They influence everything from the country's economic performance to its social welfare programs, its foreign relations, and even its cultural identity. It's like the DNA of a country, influencing its growth and development, its strengths and weaknesses, and its place in the world. So when we talk about comparing the government systems of different countries, it's not just a dry academic exercise. It's about understanding the hidden forces that shape our world and how they play out in different contexts. With this understanding, we can now explore the government systems of Nigeria, the USA, and the UK. Welcome to Nigeria, a country with a unique blend of traditional and modern systems. As we delve into the heart of Nigeria's governmental structure, we find it bears striking resemblance to the presidential system utilized by the United States. The nation is governed by a constitution, the supreme law of the land, which delineates the powers and responsibilities of each branch of government. Nigeria's government is divided into three distinct branches: the executive, the legislative, and the judicial. The executive branch is headed by the president, who serves as both the head of state and the head of government. The president is elected by the people for a term of 4 years and can serve no more than 2 terms. The president's responsibilities include implementing and enforcing laws, directing foreign policy, and serving as commander-in-chief of the armed forces. Next, we have the legislative branch, a bicameral legislature consisting of the Senate and the House of Representatives. The Senate is comprised of 3 senators from each of Nigeria's 36 states, while the House of Representatives is made up of members elected from constituencies based on population. They are responsible for making laws, controlling the nation's purse strings, and providing oversight of the executive branch. Finally, the judicial branch, headed by the Chief Justice of Nigeria, interprets the country's laws and constitution. It plays a crucial role in maintaining the rule of law and ensuring that the other branches of government adhere to the constitution. But Nigeria's government is not just centralized. Its federal structure allows for a division of powers between the federal government and the 36 states, each with its own governor and legislature. This system allows for a certain degree of autonomy and enables each state to address its unique challenges and opportunities. Despite its challenges, Nigeria's government is a fascinating blend of democratic principles, traditional customs, and a federal structure designed to accommodate its diverse population. It's a system that is constantly evolving and striving for unity amidst diversity. That's a snapshot of Nigeria's government, a system striving for unity amidst diversity. Next up, the USA, a country known for its democratic ideals. Picture a nation that breathes in the oxygen of liberty and exhales the carbon dioxide of opportunity. That's the United States for you. In the grand tapestry of global governance, it stands out as a constitutional federal republic. But what exactly does that mean? Well, in simple terms, it means that it's a federation of states with a representative democracy. The government is carefully crafted around the Constitution, a document regarded as the supreme law of the land. This isn't just some old piece of paper, it's the heartbeat of the nation, dictating how the government functions and outlining the fundamental rights of every citizen. But the magic of the US government doesn't stop there. It's built on the principle of separation of powers, divided into 3 distinct branches to prevent any one entity from gaining an iron grip on power. First up, we've got the executive branch, headed by the president. This branch is all about enforcing the laws. It's like the nation's police officer, ensuring everyone plays by the rules. Then there's the legislative branch, made up of the Senate and the House of Representatives. This branch is the nation's rulemaker, crafting the laws that keep the country running smoothly. Last but certainly not least, we have the judicial branch, headed by the Supreme Court. This branch interprets the laws, acting as the nation's referee, making sure the game is fair and everyone is playing by the rules. These 3 branches keep each other in check, maintaining a delicate balance of power. It's a dance choreographed by the Constitution, a dance of democracy that has been ongoing for over 2 centuries. This intricate system, with its checks and balances, ensures that no one person or group can seize absolute power, safeguarding the rights and liberties of its citizens. And there you have it. This is the US government, a testament to the power of democracy and constitutional law. Finally, let's visit the UK, a monarchy with a democratic twist. The United Kingdom holds a unique position in the world, an intersection between historical tradition and modern governance. It's a constitutional monarchy, which means it has a monarch as a head of state within the parameters of an established constitution. But don't let the term monarchy fool you. It's not all about crowns and scepters. The monarch, currently Queen Elizabeth II, has a largely ceremonial role. The real political power lies in the democratic structures of the government. This is where the parliamentary system comes into the picture. The UK Parliament is a bicameral institution, composed of 2 houses, the House of Commons and the House of Lords. The House of Commons is made up of members of Parliament, or MPs, who are elected by the public in general elections. The Prime Minister, who heads the government, is typically the leader of the party that has the majority in the House of Commons. And then we have the House of Lords, which is not elected but is made up of appointed life peers, bishops, and hereditary peers. This 2-tier system of governance, with a monarch and a bicameral parliament, is a delicate dance of checks and balances. It ensures that no single entity holds absolute power, and that the rights and freedoms of the citizens are upheld. Speaking of rights and freedoms, we cannot discuss the UK government without mentioning the Magna Carta. This historic document, signed in 1215, laid the groundwork for many basic rights and liberties, and it is often regarded as the cornerstone of British democracy. The Magna Carta established the principle that everybody, including the king, was subject to the law. It has influenced not only the UK, but legal systems around the world, including that of the United States. So there you have it. The UK government, a blend of monarchy and democracy, where tradition meets modern governance. It's a system that has evolved over centuries, constantly adapting and changing to meet the needs of its people. That's the UK government, a fusion of monarchy and democracy, old and new. Now that we've toured each country, let's compare their government systems. Kicking things off, let's talk about structure. The Nigerian government is a federal republic inspired by the United States model. It has 3 arms, the executive, the legislative, and the judicial, each with its distinct responsibilities. The United States, too, is a federal republic with the power divided among these same 3 branches. The UK, however, is a constitutional monarchy with a parliamentary system. The monarch is the head of state, while the prime minister is the head of government. This is a marked difference from both Nigeria and the US, where the president is at the helm of state affairs. In terms of power distribution, Nigeria and the United States have a federal system where power is divided between the central government and the states or regions. Each state has its own governor and legislature, and they have the autonomy to make decisions on certain issues. In contrast, the UK is a unitary system where power is concentrated in the central government. Local governments do exist, but their powers are delegated by the parliament. Now let's talk about citizen participation. In all three countries, citizens have the right to vote, but the specifics of this democratic process vary. In Nigeria and the United States, citizens elect their president directly. On the other hand, in the UK, citizens vote for their local members of parliament, and the party with the majority of seats forms the government and its leader becomes the prime minister. So while the principle of democracy is common, the execution is different. Another key difference is the tenure of leadership. In Nigeria and the United States, the president serves a fixed term of 4 years and can be re-elected. In the UK, however, the prime minister serves as long as their party is in power, and there isn't a fixed term. This could potentially lead to longer tenures, depending on the political climate. It's also interesting to note how each system handles checks and balances. In Nigeria and the United States, the separation of powers among the three branches of government is designed to prevent any one branch from gaining too much power. However, in the UK, while the judiciary is independent, the executive and legislative branches are interconnected. The Prime Minister and the Cabinet are part of both the executive and legislative branches, which is quite different from the distinct separation seen in the other two countries. Lastly, let's touch on the legal systems. Nigeria operates a mixed legal system of English common law, Islamic law, and traditional law. The United States follows a constitution-based federal system, and each state has its own unique laws and legal procedures. In contrast, the UK follows a common law system where decisions are based on precedents set by previous cases. In conclusion, while the governments of Nigeria, the United States, and the UK all aim to serve their citizens, they do so in distinct ways. They differ in their structure, power distribution, citizen participation, leadership tenure, checks and balances, and legal systems. Each system has its strengths and challenges, and they continue to evolve to better meet their citizens' needs. These comparisons show that while each government system is unique, they all share a common goal: to serve their people. So, what can we learn from these three government systems? Well, we've taken a journey through the Nigerian, American, and British political landscapes, and it's clear that each government system carries its own unique strengths and challenges. Starting with the Nigerian government, we've seen a federal republic model that aims to balance power between central and state governments. While it faces challenges in transparency and accountability, it's a system that's continually evolving. On to the United States, a well-established federal democratic republic. The separation of powers between the executive, legislative, and judicial branches ensures that no single entity holds absolute control. But it's not without its own challenges of polarization and big money in politics. Then, we've explored the United Kingdom's unitary parliamentary constitutional monarchy. This system provides a unique blend of democracy and monarchy, a balance of tradition and modern governance. Yet, the lack of a written constitution sometimes leads to ambiguity in the division of powers. Each of these systems is a testament to the diversity of political thought and human ingenuity. They show us that there isn't a one-size-fits-all approach to governance, and that a system's efficiency, fairness, and stability often depends on the cultural, historical, and socio-economic context of a country. In understanding these differences, we can better appreciate the complexities of global politics and the ongoing quest for effective governance. Remember, diversity in governance, like in life, is not a weakness, but a strength. Until next time, stay curious and keep learning.